It's a rainy day in Pasadena, but the light is shining on all the black stars here at the 51st Annual NAACP Awards show. I'm your host, Jamal Finkley, and this is my beautiful co-host, Miss
Raina, and this coverage is brought to you by Figures Wireless.
It's great to be here at a black show and have a sponsor that's a black tech sponsor, black-owned tech sponsor that's sponsoring our coverage. So shout out to Figures Wireless, the F3 phone. I love my phone and my earbuds. Y'all got to check it out.
Yeah, we have a Morbid unboxing video for you.
But let's talk about this show. It was a lot of great coverage. We got to talk to a lot of great people. Like, what was some of your highlights?
I love Storm Reed. Obviously, girls, you know how they into fashion. She was wearing Tom Brown. It was beautiful. Yara Shahidi and Gucci. Carrie Shahidi and Gucci. I just loved it. And obviously, we had some dope conversations as well.
Yeah. I mean, me talking to Michael B. Jordan and Winston Duke, it was like a Black Panther throwback. And I didn't even get to talk about Black Panther 2 on that conversation because there's so much great content to talk about right now, and we can't even get to Black Panther 2 yet.
Right, and we are so excited. And now the highlight for me was Angela Bassett. Her publicist was not playing. She was going to make sure nobody, not even a show call time, would stop her from at least talking and asking one question to black-owned media. So I saw that, and that was amazing. Yeah.
Hello, I'm with the beautiful, gorgeous Miss Angela.
We're in the middle of a live show.
Oh, okay. Just how does it feel just to be among all of these great actors, novelists, everything that's here on this carpet?
It always feels wonderful. It always feels like home, a letter from home.
Congratulations, you look gorgeous as always. I can't wait to see whatever you got coming out next.
I appreciate that.
I mean, all the conversations were rich. Vanessa Bell Calloway, Simone Meisick. It was talking to Deborah Martin Chase, a producer from behind Harriet, and so many other things.
And she said that you predicted it. We were good on the predictions this year, and we supported her. So we're super excited. They're out.
Y'all check out this coverage. It's coming right back to you. And keep it locked right here on BlackTreeTV.
Right here.
I cannot tell you how much I love the Watchmen. I mean, I loved you in Aquaman.
All right.
But the Watchmen, like, almost changed it was almost like Breaking Bad for me this year.
Oh, that's cool, man. I'm glad to hear that, man.
How am I hearing this news that it's not coming back? I can't believe that.
Yeah, well, that's definitely in the conversation, but it's not, the door is not completely closed, I would say that. But, yeah, and that's not meant to be like in a cheeky way either, but the facts are the door is not completely closed. Okay.
All right. There's still some egg yolk somewhere on the floor. But I mean that the role, I don't want to waste it for nobody that hasn't seen it yet. And I don't know what y'all waiting for. But I mean, just to see the roles, the characters kind of unfold was just it was like history for me as a TV show. How was it playing those characters?
Man, it was awesome, man. You know, I got to play a regular guy, or, a husband with dignity, and I got to play a God, and to be able to be the vessel that, that was chosen to bring forth that story, it's really an honor, and I got to be in conversation with people online, and they're having conversations about God as a black man walking on earth and performing miracles and a black love story. It was such an honor to be able to step into those shoes and to tell that story and to inspire other people, to come to that narrative also.
And lastly, you worked alongside my all-time favorite, and everybody on there know that Regina King is #1 on my list. How was it working, like sharing the screen with her?
Oh, that's my girl. It was a lesson every time. She's fun. She's so sweet. Talented as I don't even have to say that. That goes without saying, but I will say it because she deserves it. And she has my heart.
Bring back Watchmen, please. Thank you, brother. How you doing, Miss Kendrick?
Wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's the 51st NAACP Image Awards, and it's a lot of blackness going on, including like your blackness on your.
Black on black on black. Watch out now. You got the earrings.
So how does a Fort Valley girl get all the way to this red carpet?
What you know about Fort Valley? Come through.
Look, BlackTree know all.
Interview of the night already. So Fort Valley is a place where we are often counted out. Nobody expects greatness from us, right? But we expect it from ourselves and each other, and we walk in that. So tonight, I don't walk in here by myself. I got 8,500 homegirls and homeboys standing right behind me. And that's how a Fort Valley girl gets to the red carpet.
That is what's up. So you only get that kind of conversation here at the Image Awards. So tell me about being a part of this amazing project. I mean, were you familiar with Brian Stevenson before? you got involved?
You know, I really was not. I had heard of the museum. I had heard of the memorial because I'm from Georgia, so it's in Alabama. It was pretty close. I had not visited yet, but I have since gone. But I wasn't really familiar with Bryan Stevenson to the extent that I should have been. And I think that's the importance of the story that we're telling. People have the opportunity to see what this man has been doing for over 30 years. And not only see it, but celebrate it, understand it, and then join in supporting and doing their part, finding their something to move this conversation forward.
What I loved about your character in this movie is that we often see or hear the stories of black men and black women being locked up, but never really see the families behind it and what they go through. And you could see that whole community was feeling the journey of Jamie's character.
Yes, it's not just one person. It's never just one person that's incarcerated or that's affected by the incarceration. People are system impacted in waves and in levels. And in this film, you see, like you said, exactly how that plays out. It's not just his wife, it's his children, his sister, his community. Everyone is affected, and everyone journeys together through this process. And that's something that we have to not only acknowledge, but we have to find a way to support and show just a little more compassion and a little more mercy as people are journeying that particular road.
And lastly, back to Bryan, it's Black History Month. I don't got to go nowhere, huh? I got people from Fort Valley State all the time. I know about Fort Valley. But, I mean, we always talk about giving people the roses and stuff while they're here. And it's Black History Month. We're celebrating and remembering a lot of people that paved the way, that we're standing on their shoulders. But don't you think we should be celebrating Bryan Stevenson now, Black History Month? He's a Black History hero right now.
I think we should be celebrating Bryan Stevenson every day. He is a real-life superhero. I mean, one great thing about being a part of this process is having the opportunity to see up close the work that he's doing and how he walks this thing out. Bryan is the real deal, and I just thank God for him. I don't have enough words to say, and I wish that people could really wrap their minds around him being in the trenches and getting the work done. And he's not the only person who can do the work. We all can. We all have to find what our thing is, find our something, and walk in that.
Well, look, you've been in a lot of great movies. I mean, Hidden Figures, I mean, you have a lot of positive movies under your belt. Keep on doing great stuff. We'll keep on watching.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was wonderful. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Looks like it's a museum right here.
I said I feel like I belong in a museum, like one of those. Like I feel like I should have my cat with me, my Persian cat.
I gotta ask you, this is off subject, but when that delivery came from Beyonce, and you rode in that big thing, how was that feeling to open all that stuff up? Was that just like the funnest thing?
It was incredible. One, to just be thought of, but two, the amount of detail that went into that collection is like I still discover little elements of the collection every time I wear it. And so, as a tracksuit connoisseur, it was a dream.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hold you up. We love Grown-ups, we love Black, we love everything that you're doing. Keep on just being a shining light.
For voting, I know that you
Yes.
voted
Yes,
already.
please.
Oh, you know what I did this morning? I voted this morning. I hate to brag, this is kind of like the second primary I voted in. I have another big election coming up, but I think what's really great is March 3rd is a really big California primary, and as much as it's like, oh, it's when you free vote for the president, there's some really real things that you have to vote on.
Propositions that we have to look into.
There's one called Reformation R from Reform LA Jails, which I really recommend everyone look into the incredible work that they're doing. But that's something that you vote on March 3rd. And so many polling stations are open for 11 days. And they have new tech, which is like big iPads, kind of crazy. So I suggest giving yourself time.
Just celebrated the birthday.
And my family right here.
Wow.
I'm trying. I know Michael B. Jordan's gonna be on the red carpet.
Oh, I'm chilling. I'm chilling today. I'm low key. I ain't crashing.
No. Both of you guys are great to talk to. But how does it feel to just be like representative of behind the screen and in front of the screen excellence that's pushing like narratives that's representative of image awards, positive image?
I feel like we're just carrying the ball that's been handed to us, It's an honor to be in the same category as Eddie Murphy and us. It's all the Black Panther guys and Eddie Murphy tonight. And we're just carrying the ball of all the work that's been done before us and just doing the work for the people who are going to come behind us. So it feels good.
You've mostly been like the vessel of people's characters, whether it was, Fruitvale Station and you playing Oscar, but now being a producer on this project and taking it to fruition, how does it feel for you to like complete that and have it out and have it recognized and be able to like put a message out there that wasn't out there?
I mean, it feels good, just the evolution, honestly, man. Not knowing I wanted to produce. Started off, extra work, background work, acting, then it's slowly starting to evolve, and now realizing the platform you have, and I can actually put a project together. I can put people together and actually tell a story that needs to be told. It feels good, man. It feels like, what Winston was talking about is like, we're building off our ancestors. We're building off the people who knocked down those doors for us, to lay down that foundation. It's our responsibility to keep that thing going, to open it up for these next kids coming up that's looking to us for, an example, for representation. So we have to be very mindful of the things that we lend ourselves to and the things that we actually promote. And I know that's something that we've actively always talked about and always we want to build towards. So it just feels good knowing that it's the time now to actually execute those things.
Your power as an actor for you and now as a producer, what will you say for others to help young people in whatever they're doing to help them find their power? Because we see that you're doing it very, very well.
I think it's just giving them space and opportunity to find out what they like and what they don't like. I think a lot of times people's environment really dictates, they allow their environment to really define them. And I feel like you got to kind of break that stigmatism. You have to step outside of your box, step outside of your comfort zone. You can learn something from everybody, and using that collective knowledge to push what you envision, what you see moving forward. If that makes sense.
No, that's beautiful.
I think self-definition is a big thing. Yeah. Self-definition, defining a lot of the words that govern you and govern your body and govern the things that you do in your life. So
and dismantling those, because sometimes the ones that are assigned to us are.
Well, if you take control of those words, if you take control of what woman means, if you take control over what black means, you empower yourself. If you control the word success, that changes it. It's such an individual thing. You got to define that for yourself. Success for Michael might not be success for me, vice versa. So if you control the narrative over the things that are usually used to control you, it's so much more liberating. I did that with the word big. Yeah. And I feel so much more empowered, you know what I mean? So self-definition is one of those major things that carries you forward,
Cool. Well, all right. Thank you guys.
Michael.
Hello.
Wow.
I'm with Mr. Dorian and Miss Simone Misick. How you doing?
The Mystics are doing good. We are doing great. Yeah. How are you?
Arise, everybody's talking about your role on Arise. How's it to be on this show and have new energy? Because I was sad after Luke Cage.
I know, right? Well, being the lead of a show on CBS feels amazing. And for it to be a different kind of robe, a different kind of cape of sorts. I think that it's important for little black kids to have superheroes, and I think it's important for men and women to recognize that they could be superheroes in their own lives and within the criminal justice system, and the men and women who fight every day for change and social reform. Dorian's on a show called For Life on ABC, and that's the other side of the coin, looking at the prison industrial complex. And so it's great to be here representing that show.
Talk about being first on the call sheet, though, because that's a big thing you said, to be like lead of a show. Like, how's it different? Because you've been working, but what's the different feeling when everything kind of like, I mean, it's dependent on you?
I have an amazing cast. It's not me who does it alone, but I think that I, having been not number one on the call sheet, have watched people do it with grace and some people not do it with grace. And I've had tremendous examples. I think I look to Alfre Woodard all the time for how she just carried herself on set and made everyone feel important and special, and yet was still the queen that she was. And I tried to just lead and walk in love, really. As a Christian, you're to walk in love, and that's what I try to do every day on set. Because these are people that you're going to spend 85% of your time with. So it's got to be a family.
Might as well make it fun.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, both of you. We'll be watching both of y'all shows, and keep on doing what, keep on watching.
Thank you, thank
All right,
you.
man. God bless.
Hello, I'm with the beautiful, gorgeous Miss Angela.
We're in the middle of a live show.
Oh, okay.
Just how does it feel just to be among all of these great actors, novelists, everything that's here on this carpet?
It always feels wonderful. It always feels like home. A letter from home.
Congratulations, you look gorgeous as always. I can't wait to see whatever you got coming out next.
I appreciate that. Like always.
I'm with a great thespian, Mr. Wendell Pierce. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Very good to be here.
I've watched many movies, and forgive me, I cannot remember the name. Is it Burning Cane?
Burning Cane by Philip Yeoman. We won the Tribeca Film Festival, and I won Best Actor there. And he's a young brother, 17 years old, and really
17?
Yeah, 17 was when he did the movie. He's 19 now. A real young,
old man now.
Old man now. He's a real auteur, but a real talented young cat. So I'm looking forward to working with him again.
As an actor, like the work that you're able to see now that streaming services has offered, like all these other avenues for content, are you getting more are you seeing more scripts that are more out of the box, so to speak?
Yeah. Well, what happens is there's so many platforms. It gives you an opportunity to do more work because they got to fill all those platforms with content. You still have to fight narrow-minded executives who can't see all stories. But, it gives you an opportunity to tell the stories that we've been waiting to tell. And the more specific you are, the more universal your story becomes. That's why you have a film like Parasite, win the Oscars. You couldn't get a more disparate world. South Korean grifters in Seoul, but it spoke to so many different people, in a personal way. So it's a good thing, all the streaming services for me. I just like to see a movie in the theater all the time. And so they pull them so fast out of the theaters. That's the only downturn, so that means I'm going to have to get a bigger screen at my house, So.
But it's still like you get disturbed by, like, I hate like reviewing. I'm a critic. I hate reviewing at the house because even the phone ringing or stuff that's not.
You miss the whole ambiance of the lights going down and the previews, the box of popcorn, and really checking out the movie.
Well, my last question. I mean, the fight over the last several years has been for diversity, mostly in front of the camera. But how can we get more producers back there? I mean, you look at a lot of the winners, and it's 4 or 5 producers, none of which look at like our skin tone. How can we get more of us in those creative executive positions?
Well, we have a lot of people who are trying to produce, me being one. It's always about financing, finding the money. So that's why we aren't there all the time. I think what we have to do is continue to try to build our wealth and build our positions of power to attract wealth. And then you see more of us producing in that way.
All right, well, thanks, man. Thanks for the time. Lynn, congratulations.
Hello again.
How you doing? Hello again.
Yes.
We back at it.
We're back at it.
Now you have another trophy to add to all the ones you have and all the other ones that you deserve.
I know, it's such a compliment. It was so nice to be able to have to run from the press room for the win for the series to come back. By the time I got around in front, I didn't even get to my seat. I was breathlessly accepting my Best Supporting Actress award. But it was just great. I'm so complimented and appreciative.
Is your actor so believable that like church folk look at you like kind of side eye, like she's scandalous?
They love Lady May. Lady May is loved.
I believe it.
Don't you ever mistake it for anything else. You know why? Because we as black people are not simple. We have a lot of complex feelings, complex bruises and knocks and all of that. And so when people see how she made those defense mechanisms, they understand. They will fight for me. Lady May has street cred as well.
Lynn Whitfield got street cred all day. So congratulations. I see you.
Thank you, Ben Line. Nobody messes with me in the street.
I'm better for having
The best TV husband in the world.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So you were my Oscar prognosticator.
I was.
And you were like, we did it. Yeah. Cynthia did it. We did it. So and we're so happy, right?
I believed in it from the beginning. I believe in you as a producer. And like, this was my first question. It's like we've been talking over the years about Oscar So White, and it's mostly reflected the actors on the screen. But how can we get more producers such as yourself behind the scenes, greenlighting these pictures, fighting for their movies like you fought for Harry? Like, how can we get more of us in those rooms?
You know, first of all, those of us that are in the game have to bring people up behind us, which you know I've been doing my entire career. But it's important because people, right now we have a pipeline problem. You know, there's demand like never before for content and for talent of color, but there are not enough people with experience. So the industry has to help, and we have to help ourselves bringing people forward.
Yeah. What's the next project up for you?
I have a couple of TV pilots, one for CBS, one for NBC, so fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Always rooting on Miss Deborah Martin Chase. Great to see you. You look beautiful.
Thank you very much, and you are such a great supporter for all of us, so thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. We love you.
Here you go. How you doing, sir? Congratulations. Like, when we talked yesterday, I didn't know that you was a winner. Well, I knew you was a winner. But no, we always knew. We got too busy talking about candy in that whole situation.
Singing, that's what we were doing, man. That's all good.
But congratulations, man. How does it feel? I mean, to now even be able to celebrate it even more. Like, you're here and you get to celebrate and to take home a prize.
Man, I'm really, really happy. My kids were at home and they found out, and my youngest daughter started crying. And for me, like, you know, that's important, man. That's really important to see, for her to see, you know, other black people, you know, talking and representing and supporting each other. And that's an important thing generationally, do you know what I mean? So I'm really, really happy about it. I'm glad my girls got to see it. I'm glad we got the trophy to play with. So yeah, it's all good, man.
So anybody that, in particular, that you're looking forward to seeing tonight take home one? I mean, there's a lot of great
Jill Scott's performance, so I'm gonna be sitting around. Jill Scott's here performing. There's lots of people performing and who'll be doing great stuff, and so I'm just here for all of it, whatever's happening.
I see the Jill Scott performance video earlier. If y'all seen it, y'all know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Jill Scott performance too. Well, great seeing you, man. Keep on making movies. We'll keep on watching. Thank you, Harold.
Yeah.
Roland, you gotta lean back a little bit. Get that height. All right. So, man, we here, man. It's like a great. Yeah, you got punched by somebody. I don't know. Maybe
Who just hit me?
I don't know, man.
Somebody did though, right?
I don't know. I don't know. But how does it feel like just to be at this award show where it's not just musicians, it's not just actors. It's like all these great people from across the
producers, directors. It's amazing. It's a great place to just see people, people's work. You know what I'm saying? Well, a place to see people whose work you appreciate. You know, a lot of these people put a lot of time and heart and love into their projects. So to be able to see somebody in the face and be like, "Hey, man, great job," that means the world. You know, so I love being here.
So what's next for you? I heard you pitching some projects for you and Denzel or anything next.
No, I wish. But no, right now I'm actually just going to start working on season 4 of Grownish. And I'm working on a lot of the music, so I'll be releasing music this year. And yeah, man, I'm excited.
We need some more music, man.
Music, I'm giving you a little break. You know, put in June 4th. That was the last album I put out, so it's been enough time. Some new music is on the way for sure.
You need to uplift the game, man. And I tell you, the spirit you put into all your work, we just need that. We just need more of it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you, dog.
I think somebody got like fingers over your head or something, man. What's going on?
Let's go.
What's up, sir?
We official.
Hey, there we go.
And wait a second. What are you guys?
Come on now.
She's glowing, beautiful.
Great.
She's shining. You shining, Oscar.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
For every black girl. I went to the activation when they were doing the black girl's hair.
Yep.
Yes, and I'm just like, and now we're here.
And now we're here.
How
Crazy.
you feel?
I feel great. You know, it's an honor to be here at the Image Awards. You know, the Image Awards mean a lot to the black community. They've been standing for us for a long time. And I love how they're getting the word out about voter suppression and the census. And it's just important conversations that we need to be having. And it's great when you're honored by your own community.
Quickly, are we having a hair love part 2? The streets might want a maybe a little full length vibe going on.
There we go. No, you know, we're having conversations about the best way to try to continue the story. Still figuring it out, but I hope we get a chance to continue telling the story of Zuri and Steven.
So it's been like a great year to recognize you and the cast of Us, even though we didn't get an Oscar nomination for Lupita, which I hope for. But how's it felt to just be on tour with this great project that y'all put your heart into?
Right. I mean, we definitely created this project with love and with compassion. So it really just feels amazing to just be honored and to be recognized by the people who love us.
What's the chances of you playing 2 characters in the same film again?
That would be kind of crazy if I did, but I would totally do it.
What did you learn about yourself as an actor to be able to be in a project like that and to be able to hold 2 different dispositions?
I definitely told myself that I had to let myself go, and I really just had to be comfortable in my skin and just, not worry about what I look like and really just get in there and do it.
What was the first time you got in front of a big audience, like your first time on stage performing?
That was when I was 8 and a half. because my first job was The Lion King on Broadway. So my first performance was in front of like 1,700 people. It was a lot for me. But I wasn't that nervous because I had so much energy when I was younger. I didn't even care. But now being 14 and, you know, grown into my insecurities, I'm kind of like, that was kind of crazy. How did I do that?
Well, I hope you continue with the confidence and continue putting on these great performances. Congratulations, you look great tonight. Have fun.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, Miss Lawson. How does it feel to just be on this carpet with all these great...
I be running water this whole mascara. Go ahead.
How does it feel to be on this carpet with all these great people from different facets of the arts, novelists, politicians, like all these great people?
It feels amazing. You know, it's definitely, I think it further affirms our power, our beauty. It's inspirational, you know what I mean? It feels good to love on one another, be able to celebrate these incredible black artists that have been nominated and that are being acknowledged tonight for us, by us. Yeah.
And how important is it for us to be able to support each other, like to have these moments? I mean, because we look at a lot of stuff, we look at a lot of negativity on TV, but when we can actually support each other, how much stronger are we as a community?
We're extremely strong. You know, I've always said that charity begins at home, and it feels, I've always said that it feels good and it feels fierce to be acknowledged when you go out into the world and, you know, you get life from here and there, but it's nothing like being celebrated and applauded upon by your own family, you know, yeah.
Well, have a good time tonight.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. And again, it's Miss Lawrence.
Yes, Miss Lawrence, have a good time.
Oh, yeah, that part.
I got the incredible Miss Vanessa Bell Calloway. How you doing?
Not as good as you. You look awfully sharp. You look great. I'm good.
I was like, I might see Vanessa Bell Calloway again. Let me step it up.
I know you stepped up, baby.
So all these great drama shows, like all this great stuff we have now, like what's this age of streaming for the artists? Like how excited are you to have like all these other avenues of content?
It's fun. You know, I have my list of things that I DVR, and some nights and days and weeks, depending on what my life's like. I love it. I just sit down, I get me some wine, honey, and I just turn on my remote. And I love it when nobody's home, when my husband ain't home, so he ain't bothering me, asking me questions. I'm like, just what? They talking, you know? And I just go through my shows, and I'm happy as a clam.
Yeah.
So I love it because I'm a director too, so I'm studying. As an actress, I'm studying what people are doing. I'm studying new actors, trying to familiarize myself with the new actors out there. Yeah. And then I'm looking at people's camera shots. And so it's like, it's homework, but it's fun homework.
Who are some of the new young ones that you're looking at that you can see like their next level kind of?
I really like, I can't think of her last name right now, but Simone from All Rise. She's very talented. What's her last name? Mysick. I met her, I went up to her, I was like, oh my God, I'm like your new biggest fan. She's really good on her show. Little Kiki Lane, she's adorable. I mean, there's other kids, I don't know their names, but you know, there's a lot of little, I don't know people's names sometimes, I'm horrible with names, but, and then some people I'm just learning because I'm watching them for the first time and I'm following their work. But yeah, you know, it's important to watch the kids grow up, you know, it's important.
Well, everybody's doing me excited about Saints and Sinners and everything else that you
season, so that's gonna be fun. Lady Ella's crazy, so we all know that.
Keep doing your thing. We'll keep on watching. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see it.
Very pretty.
I know.
Even some feet up there.
Black girl. Oh, good. Oh my God. Thank you, Liana. Love your makeup.
Fancy beauty.
Congratulations.